Welcome back, everyone. Although I realize chances are you probably haven't gone anywhere. We did have a little bit of an application crash, so I had to go ahead and start a new video for Try These A. So I thought that I would just give you a little inspiration here. We have Bub anticipating a high chance of scattered fishes. And I wanted to remind you, if you have not yet done Try These A, please pause the video and go complete Try These A before playing the rest and seeing the solutions. Okay, here we have Try These A. You see all of the answers there. I've typed them in blue. I do appreciate your patience as I, try this new thing, the recording of our lessons. And I was without a stylus today, so I went ahead and typed in all of the answers, but I will explain each problem to you step by step. That's typically not the way we do things. Usually I like to hear you do a lot of the talking and explaining where things came from, but we have to adapt just due to the situation. So again, thank you so much for your flexibility. Now let's go ahead and look at these. So when you look at Try These A, question A, you notice that I started with the definition. All right, if this seems a bit choppy, it's due to the fact that I'm in a less than ideal location for recording and people keep coming in and I don't want you to have to hear all the extra noise. So let's go back to Try These A Part A. I did start with the definition, which is the equation in slope-intercept form. Then I simply put the slope, I replaced the slope 4 for the variable m, and the y-intercept 5 for the variable b, just based strictly on definition. Y equals 4x plus 5 is my final answer. Then for part B, since they gave me a point, I knew that gave me an x and y value, and the slope gave me a value for m. I was unable to type it in as a fraction. I'm not a real fan of the slash, but that's how we have it here. So I put into y equals mx plus b. I did not retype that, but that is what I started with. I substituted 7 in for y, negative 3 in for x, and negative 2/3 for m. Did a little math. Those are the other two steps that you see as I'm solving for b, and got a value excuse me, of b equals 5. Remember, that's not your stopping point. We've talked about how that is where some of you got into trouble when we were writing direct variation equations, but we don't stop here. We have specific information now, and we need to write a general equation. So my equation is going to have a value, a numerical value for m, a numerical value for b, and then x and y just stay x and y, representing all of the ordered pairs that make up that line. All of the x-y combinations that make that equation true, and of course when we graph those solutions, that is our line. So final answer for Try These A Part B, y equals negative 2/3 x plus 5. Now if you're writing this on your paper and you're drawing the fraction, you're writing your fraction in the more correct way, you probably wouldn't even need those parentheses. I just did it here for clarification purposes. All right, moving on to Part C. I went to the graph for my information there. As we talked about in class, we just look at the graph and we see the y-intercept. Clearly the line is crossing the graph at 6, so that's our b value. And then by calculating rise over run, by going from one point on the graph to another, I found a slope of negative 2. Because of course the line as we look from left to right is descending, so that's our big clue that we have a negative slope. So these are the answers for these 3 problems. I wish you all the best on your Math Excel assignment as well as the 2.6 practice. I'm going to post a copy of the 2.6 practice on Edmodo as well as Net Classroom, so if something happens to the copy that you were given, you'll have it there. That is due on Monday, along with the worksheet that you should receive in the lab after Math Excel. And the due date on Math Excel, I believe I set for Saturday at 11:59 p.m. So keep an eye out for all those things. Have the best day ever, and just thank you for watching and for listening and just for being a great class. And from Bub, Spooky, and myself, good job, everyone.